10 Stoic Habits You Should Train in 2024. Let's start the journey to achieve great things by. It's about building a plan for 2024. It's time to ask yourself, what can I do today to be the best version of yourself? Tomorrow, life is like a journey, not yet discovered, where every day brings a new opportunity to shape our fate. The ancient Stoic philosophers, with his deep wisdom, understood this very well. They're not just philosophers, immersed in thought, that they're realists, and it's deeply connected to the rhythm of our lives. Imagine a quiet evening at the end of 2023. You're thinking about a year ago, and think about future plans. It's about looking back on your decisions. That is, about the habits that will shape your life. In this video, we'll help you form 10 habits, inspired by Stoicism, will help you to 2024. Become a completely different person. These aren't just ideas to ponder. They are actions. It helps to make your life more meaningful. And don't worry, we're not going to go into complicated terms. This is the Stoicism of today. Simple reality, and can be applied directly into your daily life. Habits start with the little things. Who's determined to shape a nation? I love the saying that many small things make up the big. It's a simple Scottish proverb, but it captures the profound truth that big is made up of small. It's the same. Reno, the founder of Stoicism, was right to say, happiness is made in small steps, but it's no small thing. You understand that. The transformation doesn't happen quickly. It's small, deliberate steps forward. Think of it as seeding. Every little seed. They all have the potential to grow into something. So how do we apply this? Suppose you want to read more books. Instead of aiming too big, commit to reading a page a day. It's like building a mosaic. Each small piece will contribute to the overall picture. Remember that every 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. Habit begins with a single action. Atomic Habits book. James's Atomic Habits clear. Repeat this philosophy in a wonderful way. The nature of atomic habits. It's not just about explosive potential, but also in their fundamental nature. It's the smallest unit of atoms, but it's incredibly powerful. It's similar to our smallest habits. It's also the basis of profound change. And this is the secret of Stoicism. Not only do small things, but think small. Stay away from the trap of great promises. Can't be achieved. Instead, focus on what's right in front of you. What's right in front of you. What you can easily achieve. When you string these little victories together, you'll see that they lead to dramatic changes. Remember that even the most majestic river, it starts as a trickle of water. So as we move into 2024, take advantage of the power of starting small. After all, as Zeno reminded us, any kind of good deed, no matter how small, it's never a waste. Habit 2. Don't let worry dominate you. There's a storm that we all face. A storm doesn't appear in the sky. It's inside of us. The anxiety. It's a shadow that follows us whispering about fear. If anything can happen. But this is a fact of internationalism. You're not a puppet, and anxiety shouldn't be the puppet operator. The head of an empire understands this. In the meditation book he wrote, "Today I get rid of worry or not. I throw it away because it's in me." It's a powerful perception. The chaos wasn't in the plane or the airport. It's in us. Now how? So that we can get rid of this invisible anxiety. First, control your emotions. To realize that worry is a product of your thoughts. It's not the world around you. It's like a fog clouding your vision. It makes a small problem too big. It's important to clear that fog. Look at the world as it is. It's not like the fear you draw. This is where mindfulness shows its role. Take a moment to breathe and ask yourself, this anxiety, is it a product of what's going on? I often wonder about these things. You'll find it's natural to worry. There's a fact that worrying is not a preemptive solution for the potential problems. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It doesn't help you better. It paralyzes you. It's like sitting on a rocking chair. There's a lot of movement, but it doesn't take you anywhere. So as we go into the new year, let's commit. Will untie myself from the chain of worry. Approach life with a clear mind and a steadfast heart. As Agellius reminded us, you have control over your mind. It's not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Remember that the only storm you need to overcome, it's the storm inside you. Habits BA planning. Imagine your day as a blank canvas. If there is no plan, it's just a void, waiting to be filled indiscriminately. But with the habit of planning, it's a masterpiece created. The power of a habit doesn't lie in rigidity. It's about providing a framework to transfer your energy efficiently. Seneca was a Stoic philosopher, wise through the centuries. I once said that life without a plan is 7. You know that. A reasonably arranged day. It is a day used effectively. So how do you create this habit? It's not copying someone else's schedule. It's about creating something. Make a sound for you. Start by determining the most effective working time. In your day, are you someone like me, who thrive in the dawn hours? Quiet is not good. Your energy peaks when the day begins. Adjust your habits to this natural rhythm. Spend the most important hours for the most important tasks, tasks that require concentration, and your complete creation. For me, it's morning ownership. Not let it own you. I started with activities. Brings a positive spirit. During the day, walking contemplation. To tackle a creative project before the world wakes up. But remember that habits are not just work-related. It's about balance. Integrate habits that nourish the mind, your body and soul. Maybe it's reading, exercise, or spend time with loved ones. And the most important thing is, stick to your routine. Consistency is the glue that holds it all together. When you build this habit, you will see that it's become the foundation for good habits. Grow after all, as Seneca reminds us. The principles are necessary. And what are habits if not principles? You live every day. Command yourself to stop. There's a famous story that many people know. It's not about a fight or a conquest. It's about an individual victory. A man who makes decisions. So history has faced a formidable enemy. It's a habit of smoking 4 packs a day. The doctor's words were a clear reminder. Please stop. Otherwise, you will face the consequences of drinking. Eisenhower's reaction. He ordered himself to stop. And so on. He gave up a habit suddenly and completely after 45. It's a testament to a deeply Stoic principle. No one is free if he cannot control himself. As Epictetus once said, this story, it's not just about overcoming smoking. It's about conquering any vices or holding you. We all have our own wars. Maybe it's with unhealthy habits, procrastination, or negative thinking. The key to victory. It's about ordering yourself to stop. It's about asserting rights. Take control of your impulses, instead of letting them control you. As Seneca, another Stoic sage, put it, we are all slaves to something. But the beauty of Stoicism lies in realizing that we hold the key to our own chains. So how do you apply this to your life? Let's define that. Maybe it's just another cup of coffee, surfing social networks nonstop, or any habit that hinders rather than helps. Acknowledge its impact on your life. Then, make a firm and definitive decision to stop. It's not a gradual change. It's about a deliberate act. When you tell yourself to stop, you're not just breaking a habit, you are demanding your freedom back. And as you move into 2024, take this powerful message with you. You are the commander of your destiny. And the first order is to own yourself. Time management. Time is the most precious resource we have. They are often wasted on trivial things. We always think we're hungry for time. But look at the time. Using your phone will reveal the truth. It's not a matter of having more time. It's the use of time. We have it wisely. Stoicism. It teaches us to focus on what is essential. A philosopher known for his practical wisdom. I said, if you want to improve, be ready to be ignorant, stupid about some things. It's about making a conscious choice, so that we don't get wrapped up in the cycle of unnecessary things. Maybe surfing the internet, read the news too much, or other digital distractions. The strategy here is 2 parts: awareness and action. The first, be deeply aware of where your time is going. Keep track of your activity. In a day or a week, you might be surprised. The amount of time spent on activities bring very little value to your life. This awareness is the first step towards change. Next, act decisively. Start by reducing the time for these distractions. Set limits for the use of your application. Specify a specific time to watch the news. And avoid surfing the internet aimlessly. It's not about cutting off the world. It's choosing not to sink in. When you get your time back, you will find that you have more time for the really important things. Pursue the goal to nurture relationships and personal development. This habit, it's not just about time management. It's about life management. It's about making sure that those precious hours in your day is spent on goals to enrich your life rather than exhausting it. As we move into 2024, remember the words of Epictetus and focus energy as well as time into what really contributes to prosperity and our development. Remember that every minute is for nothing. It's losing a minute for what's meaningful, to do something difficult. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, didn't just make resolutions. He made a statement. He plunged into the icy waters of the Tiber River. It's not for swimming. It's a statement of self-mastery. He declared loud and clear, I'm responsible for myself. It's not about the cold of the water. It's about the fire inside, the fire of self-affirmation and resilience. It's a vivid reminder that sometimes we do something difficult, maybe the action that gives the greatest power. So how do we do that? Apply this Stoic lesson to your life. Let's start by stepping out of your comfort zone. Choose something that challenges you, something that makes you a little uncomfortable. It could be anything. Waking up an hour earlier in a cold shower, speaking at the meeting, or even learn a new skill. The task itself is not important. By the act of crossing your boundaries, it's in these unpleasant moments we are the most mature. That's where we find out what we really have. The nature of this practice, it's not in the difficulty. It's about affirming your will compared to my instincts. It's a testament to your inner strength. Prove that you're beyond fear and my hesitation. When you start doing something difficult, remember Seneca's hidden message. Control the action, reaction, and his mind. Let 2024 be the year you take up the challenge, where you prove to yourself that you can do the hard things. Finally, when faced with challenges, we don't just survive, that we've grown even stronger. Associate with people who make you better. Relationships form a pattern, more than we usually realize. It's like walking through the forest. The path you choose will determine where you go. This idea is not new. The Stoics understand the power of connection. Seneca, through his letters, it has proven the value of be around people who inspire growth. The wisdom he once wrote, let's connect with people. It will make you a better person. It's not just about choosing friends. That's the choice. The influences that shape the personality and your life. So how do you apply this? In today's world, start by looking closely at your circle of friends. Who is the person you spend the most time with? They can show the qualities that you admire and desire not. It's not about finding the perfect people. It's about finding people who challenge you, to support your development, and share your values. It's like planting yourself on fertile soil, where there's a favorable environment for growth. Remember that. If you're with limpers, you'll also learn how to limp. And it's not just about avoiding negative impacts. It's also about actively looking for things. Positive things. Create your own selfish circle of friends. Maybe a book club, discussion group, or just a group of friends committed to personal development. Participate in the activities. Enrich your mind and soul. Discuss the ideas, philosophical arguments, and challenging each other. As Seneca said, we learn a lot when we teach to others. By surrounding you, people who push you to be better, you'll see that you don't just take advantage of opportunities. You rise above it. Let 2024. It's the year you cultivate your garden of influence. Make sure everyone in there. It adds value to your life's journey. Don't be afraid to change. Accept the change. It's like learning how to ride a wave. If you resist, you will be overthrown. Adapt to it, and you will move forward. While contemplating, think about the nature of change. He understood that the rhythm of life is a fluid flow, up and down nonstop. Because times change, we close ourselves up before the countless possibilities and opportunities that come with it. It's not just about accepting change. It's about welcoming it with open arms. To incorporate this into your life, let's start by changing our perspective. Let's see that change is not a threat. It's an inevitable and exciting part of life. It's an opportunity to develop new learning and experiences. This year, challenge yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. Try something new, maybe a hobby, the career transition, or even a new way of thinking. It's in these moments of uncertainty and novelty we often find maturity and his deepest satisfaction. Moreover, let's develop a mindset of adaptability. It's like a tree that bends in the wind but doesn't break. Learn to be flexible in the face of change. Being adaptable doesn't mean being passive. It's a positive thing. Find ways to grow in new circumstances. As you navigate the changing landscape of life, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. The universe moves. It's our lives. It's created by our thoughts. Let 2024 is the year that you ride the waves of change. With skill and ingenuity, turn every new challenge an opportunity to grow and discover yourself. Say no to unnecessary things. In a world filled with choices and distractions, say no to being a superpower. An emperor has solved the complexity of CI governance, an empire that recognized the power of wisdom. You have wisely determined that most of what we do is unnecessary. By saying no to unnecessary things, we don't just free up time. It also enhances our ability to focus on what's real, important. It's about making room for the essentials, by cleaning up the mess. To apply this to life, let's start by assessing your commitments. They are aligned with your values and goals. Not real. Easy. Get caught up in a cycle of unnecessary things. It contributes very little to our common purpose. Say no to these distractions. It doesn't mean completely eliminating these things, but let's set boundaries. It allows you to devote your energy for real goals. It makes sense, remember? Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're indirectly saying no to something important. Count your consents. Agree to it unequivocally and wholeheartedly, with activities that enrich your life, whether it's personal development, your relationships, or your passion. This selective consent is not just an answer. That's commitment towards excellence in areas that are really important. As you enter the new year, give your consent to what you bring closer to humans that you aspire to be. Let's repeat the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Ask yourself all the time, is this necessary? Let's allow 2024. It's the year that you hone your delicate skills and reduce the unnecessary. From there, the road is laid out towards a life rich in focus, with purpose and deep satisfaction. Back to the rhythm. Stand up and walk after the fall. Human-born 01 AI is perfect. AI has also made mistakes and stumbled in life. Marcus Aurelius was a leader to overcome the complexity of life and empire. Know that faltering is inevitable. You've been thinking about the importance of, we don't just stand up when we stumble, but also recognize the beauty in people. It allows us to do that. It's a call. We understand that. Falling is part of the journey. It's not a deviation out of that journey. In reality, if you've ever skipped the diet, missed a training session, or falter in their resolutions, don't think of it as a 7. Instead, let's think of it as an integral 1/0. In the process of development, the important thing is how you react to these 7 failures. Do you scold yourself, or you admit the mistake and gently steer yourself back in the right direction? It's about creating habits and persistence. Celebrate your ability to get back to the rhythm, no matter if you can lose it. How many times to go? Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress and the journey. Keep coming back to important goals. As Epictetus said, think one. What matters is not what happened to you. It's how you react to it. As we move towards 2024, let's take the nature of the practices. It's not just in terms of concept, but also in the form of daily actions. It shapes our lives. Remember that the journey towards self-discipline, resilience, and peace of mind, it's not just an understanding of Stoicism. It's about living with it. Every day brings a new picture. And your actions, it's the lines that paint the portrait of your life. So let's start today. Choose to do something. Maybe it's a moment of morning reflection or an act of kindness, and let's see how it transforms your world. Give feedback and share about your conversion. That's the motivation. Keep this journey alive and growing. Let's get together. Explore this path of continuous growth and share your own experience. It's not just our own lives. It also inspires the people around you. Thank you for being part of the journey, because of your contributions, and for choosing to make every day a step towards a richer life. More meaningful. Thank you for following.